What's up, all of you guys out there who are watching? What's up? How are you? How's life? How is how's everything? Welcome to the stream, and I hope you guys are doing absolutely fine. Let's try to reconnect. I cannot see anyone of yours comment or anything. I cannot see any comment. I cannot see any matrix. Where are you guys? Where are you guys? I cannot see any one of you. Today we have started early because I think the thing which we're gonna do today is gonna be a little bit complex, right? So we're gonna do it in a better way, whatever. It's opposite. So my actually this is my this hand, so it's like laterally inverted or something, I think. So I don't know how many of you are still here. Why can't I see the control panel? I don't know. View, docs, YouTube control panel. Hey Anmol, what's up? How are you? I can see you there. How many? Whatever. So I'll just explain that what we're gonna do today, and at least I I hope to make sense. I am not sure that I'll make sense, but I hope that I'll make sense. So basically, what we're trying to build is a website builder. So if hey meet, what's up? How are you? So what we're trying to make is a website builder, and I don't remember which one was I looking at. So hold on. Let me find out though. Let me find out from my history, I guess. I was looking at this one. Hold on. Let me see. So I actually found a pre-built website builder, which was a very good source of inspiration for me. Oh, it's called Grapes.js. Okay. So if I go over here, close this. Okay. So hey Nikhil, what's up? So there's something called Grapes.js. We're trying to create something very similar to this. So I'll just explain you what I'm trying to do. But let's first look at this. Okay. It's yeah, whatever. So let's try to look at this. What is this and what is this all about? This is a web page demo, whatever this is. So you can see this is a website builder, right? So you can select anything and you can edit this. So you can say this is a cool website. I won't be able to join your streams for like 15 days because I'm another time. Good luck for your project. Good luck for your project. Okay, Yash. It's fine. If it's fine if you're not able to join, you can look at it later on, maybe the recorded session. You can look at that. But what we're trying to build is something like this. So this is my website. You can technically, you should be able to even replace certain things. So like you can move stuff and you can edit all its properties over here. You can do a lot of stuff over here. So this is kind of cool. So even you can say this is like J. I can change the name. I can do anything. I can change the background image. Absolutely anything, which is kind of great. I really like this thing. uh, of course, implementing this whole thing is very it will it's it's it will take a very long time to implement everything which it has. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna implement a basic version of this. There was a part one of this. If you haven't watched, highly recommended, go and watch part one. What to do when you are not feeling like coding. I have not progressed since like 25 Jan. My whole month will be fucked because of uh because of because of the learning science. I know, learned and now learning next. Bro, if you're not feeling like coding, I would say don't code at that particular time. Go have your mind refreshed, right? And that's what, like, I was about to code on Sunday. So on Sunday I was about to code, and I started the stream. I am pretty sure a lot of you have already joined the stream, but then I really felt that I cannot code today. Like that's the same situation. Like it was on Sunday, so I was fully exhausted for some reason. And then I stopped the stream, bro. If you don't feel like coding, don't code. Get your mind reset by doing something else. Go watch movie, touch the grass, go have a walk or something, and then come back. That will be way better than actually sitting and coding. Cause I yeah sure bye because I don't have Wi-Fi here. I have downloaded an OJS lecture. I'll be watching them. That's great. That's great, bro. That's great. Sure. Okay, let's get started. Let me introduce to the code base. Great, yes, I would say That level of dedication is insane. Okay, so we'll go to the project, we'll go to the website builder. I'll introduce to the code base first. Let's see how does this run. So I hope so this is visible. Is this too small? Should I make this big? I think now it is pretty visible, right? Okay, so I would introduce you to the code base a little bit. So this is normal React.js project with like it is normal React.js project with like TypeScript as like this is a TypeScript React.js project using Vite, and pretty simple. The overall structure. I'll just update this in README. Okay, let me write the README right now. We'll push this to GitHub as well today, most probably, if my SSH doesn't become React.js and TypeScript, uh, React.js and TypeScript based website uh, builder. Website, I don't know, site builder. Yeah. So this is a React.js and React.js TypeScript based website builder made from scratch. Right. Do you like writing how many of you like writing README files? A lot of people doesn't write README files. Okay. Code technologies used. First of all, the React.js, kind of obvious, right? So we are using React.js. We are using Zustand for state management. For global state management, right? And then what else are we using? We are using Tailwind CSS for everything related to Tailwind, right? Okay. Great. So next thing, what other thing are we using? I'm not pretty sure. I'm using other smaller tools and some other little lips like Lodash, Emmer. Right, there you go. There you go. That's kind of good. So I'm using this is the core technology, nothing very complex. So but now today what we're gonna code is gonna be a little bit interesting. Okay, this is how you start the project. Pretty simple. You just, I don't know how to do this. sh, right? That's how you write terminal commands, right? So you have to do npm no, npm yarn init. I don't know. We were using one, I guess, not sure. Oh, pnpm. So pnpm, I don't know, is it install is a command, I guess. Pnpm install, pnpm dev. That's how the project in dev, and right there you go. So that's how you start. I think everybody knows this, right? This is kind of like the basic step. Okay, great. So now what is the plan? And the plan is pretty simple. Let's run the project right now. I'll go to pnpm dev, which will start, I think. Yeah, there you go. So it started our project. This is our project. This is how it looks. You can drag and drop object. That fixed that error, by the way, the last time which we saw, but it doesn't mean anything because we're gonna be actually writing it from scratch, something else like that wouldn't work. So if I copy the address, I can do a lot of things. So this is how it is. I can change the width. I can make it like 20% maybe, and this is all real time now. So that's one another update. The previous time, if you're following from the previous stream, the bug which we had was actually we were not modifying the selected item, we were modifying in the components array. So we have an array of components and we have a selected item, right? Selected item is the modification of selected item, so we have to kind of modify both of them to make it work. It's fine, but this is not good. Why this is not good is because this is not the correct like how will you export it? First problem. Second problem is how are you gonna be this is a little bit complex project if you're following along. So okay, so the first problem is this is not accurate representation of what the user will see, right? So that I can take the reference in the future. Oh, okay, do share GitHub. Sure, I will share my GitHub. What is my GitHub? I'll push it, bro. I'll mention in the description of this video this GitHub repo link, whatever. So whatever you come afterwards, you can check it out. Okay, so basically the problem is how will you represent this in like we need a real truth, right? The problem is this is not the real truth. This is giving some even our external CSS is getting impacted. For example, all the tailwind classes, the default utility classes are getting applied to this, which we don't want, right? Because why don't you want that? Because the final output of this project is not going to have tailwind, right? It's not going to have all the classes which you are using for building your particular application. This should be completely standalone, right? So to do that, what we have to write is it's sort of a compiler. It's sort of a compiler, right? So I'll just scale draw. At least that's the plan right now. So I will have to write a sort of a compiler. So let's say this is the website, right? So let's say you have a div or whatever, you have some text over here. So like this is my text, something like that. And if I just zoom it a little bit, I don't know, yeah, whatever, you have something like this, right? So this is the UI layer. What we have to do is we have to store this in some kind of JSON. So it's JSON DOM, I don't know. Yeah, document object mapping. You can consider all of these as some kind of document, right? So we'll have to store this entire thing as some kind of DOM, and this should spit out HTML as an output. So it is like almost like what do you say, maintaining your own DOM, a separate DOM like React does, right? A virtual DOM. We'll be writing our own very bad DOM. We'll not be writing the best one, but we'll be writing our DOM, and that will, what it will do is it will spit out HTML for this any given. So it's very simple. You give the JSON for this and it will spit out the HTML, and we just have to modify this JSON to get the website, right? Now the question is, how will you selection work and how will you overlay all those things? We'll be thinking about that later on, but let's build this first module, which is getting in JSON rendered as an HTML output. Basically that's what we're going to do. Okay, so I hope so all of you are with me on this. All of you understand the problem. So if you do, let's continue. So the first thing what we'll do is whatever we did is kind of okay, but the React rendering part was wrong. So we're gonna write that as separate row. So let's create a lib folder, which is like a library. So the first library we're gonna have is, what should we call it? We have to call this something. So let's say VDOM, virtual DOM. No, that's not a DOM. Like that's not completely full-fledged DOM. But let's call it a VDOM. So this is virtual DOM for us. Okay, so we'll create an index.ts file, which is the first file we will be doing it. Right. We're gonna do this somewhat object-oriented way. I don't know. We'll be using classes for this. I have a notification. I have a Lorem. What's up, Lorem? You should have renamed yourself Lorem Ipsum. That would have been good. Okay. So we'll call it class, and we'll call it whatever, VDOM, like that's what we are calling it. You can call it absolutely whatever you wish, right? And then we'll have a constructor, and this will not take anything, absolutely anything. And the first thing it will have is it will have a components array, right? So components array. So, and by default it will have a root. So it will have a root, whatever. It will have a root by default, right? So and everything will be created inside root as a children. So first of all, we'll have to come up with something which defines the structure of every component, right? Hey, hi everyone. So we have to come up with something which defines the structure of the component of this whatever we have. So let's store all the types not over here. I mean, let's create a separate thing called type.ts, which will store all the types for VDOM, because we don't want to pollute our main program with all the types, right? So first interface which we'll be creating will be called component, right? So let's say VDOM component or V component. I don't want to mess up with the existing type, because component is, I think, React's existing type. So I just named this V component, like virtual component or something like that. So each component will have a name or a label, I'll say more, right? And then it will be like it can be string, right? and then it could have a name. So this is like, what's the element? So which element is this? For example, is it a div? Is it a h1? Is it something like that, right? And then yeah, so element will be an so let's go and see supported. So let's say type supported element right now. So we'll support div, we'll support all these HTML elements right now. So we're gonna support div, we're gonna support h1, we're gonna support h2, we're gonna support h3, we're gonna support, I don't know, should we do this way? Maybe, may not be. Let's create it should be a string. Okay, so element will be a string, so it represents the div h1 h2 whatever. Next thing what it could have is it could have children, right? So it could be v components array, right? So it could have a lot of children. So it's a is children allowed, right? So it will be boolean. So it's like for example, few for an image tag could not have a children, right? So that's one thing. And then it's going to be attributes, which is going to be attributes is going to be something very interesting. So we could go like this, and we can create another interface called VDOM, v component attribute, right? Attribute attribute, right? And then v component attribute could have, like, for example, it really depends on what kind of children it is. Like it really depends on if the element type, right? Interesting. So v component attributes, and then it's like width will be like int. I don't agree with this. The problem is I just not int, it's number, right? So we have to export all of these, right? So we'll have to export all of these types. We just want to create a simpler version of that, but right now the problem is I have a like, how can you represent the type of one like an object based on the type of other objects? How could attribute have different types based on what is the type of element? I'm just wondering. Let's see. How can you assign a type of one children of an object based on other? Yeah, wait. So I want it in TypeScript, but let's see. So no, I don't want to do that in TypeScript. How can you do that? So let's see, how can we do that in TypeScript? Do we have a solution? So a simplified version of what I'm gonna achieve, it's want is I have a configuration of each key in the version of config, whatever, which has the key. What do you mean? Just create this is stupid. Type compatibility flame dog, and then type compatibility is structural subtyping. This is interesting. I think this is what we need. Let's see. So in nominal, forget it. So name, lessee, and owner this, and then this is the dog. Okay, this, and this is a pet. So pet has name string. So pet should be name. Well, how is the owner allowed? That's the type hasn't been, okay. So pet is equal to dog. Okay. Check to check whether dog can be assigned to pet, the compiler checks the property pet to assign the corresponding compatible property in dog. In this case, dog must be a member of name, that is string. So it does. Hello, all of you guys who are watching. So we have this. Is this how we want? No, we don't want this. So we want some, I don't know, condition. I know what is conditional, bro. What do you mean, huh? So what does it do? So it says conflicting properties. If I pass icon props, I can't pass src. If I pass, how do you do that? Oh, this is or. Okay. Oh, I can do it with or. Interesting. So if icon is element, okay, this is cool. I can do it. Yeah, that could be one of the ways. So hmm. So I have to define a type for every component then. That's kind of insane. So this is element and then attribute, and then I have to define the attribute for all of the stuff. So I have to say export interface, like for example, div attribute. So for example, I could have like what do you say? I could have, so div, what attributes does div have? So we wanna say class name, right? But the label of this is label is class name. Why do we want to specify a label? Because when we show in the property panel, we don't want to show it as a like the class name, the coding form, like this type of thing. We don't want that. So I don't want that like that. Oh, so every div attribute is gonna be uh, going well. So I think it should be attribute. So every attribute could be yeah. So attribute could be like a string. Right? Could we do this? I don't know. Could we do this? I'm pretty sure we could. And then the label should be a string. Right? Every attribute will have a string, a label, a property type. For example, this could be can we have like it could be a string or I think string, and let's say we only allow int, right? So possible units, I'll say units. This could be an array of string. So why do we need units? Because let's say if we have an attribute, for example, it could be in pixels, it could be in, oh wait, hold on, but attributes are always in string, right? So it doesn't matter, right? Yeah. And then it will have a value which is string, right? Yeah, that's okay. So so every component will have is basically an array of attributes. So every component would be an array of attributes. attributes attributes, and we'll say attribute. This is an array of attribute. I think this will be very helpful even after, like, when I'll be coding VDOM, the interface will help you to understand what I'm doing pretty simply. Okay, so we have a component, and that component will have several attributes, and that component could have several styles, right? So export interface style, right? So again, style will be a string, right? So again, it could be a label, right? Label, it will be a string. Label will shall be string, and then the units will be an array of string, right? For example, and then yeah, and then it could be units could be an array of like all the units which you want to allow, and then the value could be a number. Oh wait, no, it could be a number or a string, both. You don't allow it number. That's one. Okay, yeah. And then the type could be either a string. Each type could be a string or a number. For example, like what type of attribute is it? So we want to allow this. So yeah. Great. So we have a style, and then every element could have several styles. So it could be an array of styles. There you go. So this kind of like right now is more than enough. Okay, so let's create a component which is an array of a v component. Interesting. and then we'll have a root, right? So we'll have a root. So like you could have, you could not, you could have parallel components. I don't know how should we do go about this. So everything is inside the body. So body is the parent for us. And then we want to modify the yeah. So uh, yeah, yeah. So yeah, by default components will have the body, right? So we'll say push. Right? We can say all these. So the label we want is, for example, we want body to be the label, right? Right. And then we want the attributes. We don't want to set any attributes. And the children we want is nothing. It should be empty. Yeah. And then let's make children optional, right? It could be there, could not. Attributes could be there, could be not. Styles could be there, could be not. It's very optional. Yeah. So we'll say is allowed, we'll say true, right? Is children allowed, we'll say true. Interesting. So we have the first thing added to this, right? And then everything should have an ID. Every component will have an ID, which will be a string. It should be randomly generated. So there will be only one ID which will not be randomly generated, which will be the body. Yeah, let's call it parent or something like that. Interesting. So we have the first thing over there, right? Great. So now we want few functions to be there for this to work. So first function we want is we want add component. So we want an add component thing. Add component will take a parent ID, right? So we'll have to write this recursive function where it goes inside the component and it tries to find the stuff which it needs, right? So we'll say for let I is equal to 0, I less than this dot components dot length and I plus plus whatever, right? And then right. So for all the components, what we want to do is we want to say that if components at I dot id equal to what, if this is a component dot id equal to the parent id, right? Then wait. Yeah. So if this is parent id, then we want to say this dot we're gonna maintain a shallow copy of this. So let components is equal to something like this, which is a copy of the components which we have. I don't know, will it work? We're gonna create I think we can directly modify the component. It's pretty fine with us. Yeah, so we can say this dot components at, but the problem is this will be called recursively, right? So at I wouldn't be directly the parent, it could be any of the children, right? So that's kind of problem. So we want some sort of function which sets or modifies the property recursively, right? So I don't know how to do this. So components, say components is equal to by default list of component. Can we do this? Yes, we can do that. Insane. So instead of just components, we'll say, yeah, interesting. So if we specify this, okay. So now this dot component is not a thing. We'll say if this is then components at I dot children dot push children dot push uh, add component, right? You're specifying a parent ID, and then you have to specify a component, right? The component should be of type B component. Yeah. And then you have to push that component there, and then you say this dot component is equal to component, and then this dot component is equal to components. Interesting. And then you have to return. So this is a recursive function, which kind of like, oh, this will be a recursive function in a while. Else, if it couldn't find this, and if it goes and checks for everything, right? If the components at I dot is children allowed, right? And components at I dot children, no, components at I dot children's dot length is greater than 0. That means there is few children's. That's great. We want to say add component. We want to call, we want to search and do the add component to all of them, which is components at I dot children, right? That's kind of cool. I don't know why is this unhappy with me. So it says could be undefined. So yeah. So if this exists, and then we can say, and then components at I dot children dot length. Wait. What happened? What happened, bro? What happened? It's really unhappy with me. I think I should extract this components at I. So given like all of them, I can make a better code. So component, or like current comp is equal to this dot components at I. Yeah. And then I can interesting. So then I can, instead of wherever we are writing this like components at whatever I, we can write current component, something like that. We can say current component, something like that. And then same goes over here. We can say if current component dot is children allowed, and current component dot children, and current component comp dot children whatever. How does this work? Insane. Okay, so now this is unhappy because we're gonna say current component dot children. It says 2 or 3 argument required. That makes sense. So we wanna pass the same parent ID over here, and same component over here. Great. So this is a recursive function which will kind of like goes and finds this parent ID. This will be a string, by the way. There you go. I hope so this works. Not sure this will work or not, but this is a recursive function which goes around the entire whatever our JSON array and finds that element with that ID, and simply pushes the new component. Let's see whether this works or not, right? So just to test this, right? Just to test this, what we'll do is we'll try to run this, right? So we'll say const VDOM is equal to new VDOM. Yeah, great. So we'll say VDOM dot yeah, and then we'll say get components, or get components, right? This is a very simple function. This will return this dot components, so that we can verify that this is working, right? So we can say so let's add a new like add component. We can specify some parent ID. Right now ID is parent. So if you want to add anything to the parent, the ID is parent, right? That's one thing. And then we're gonna say, oh, but how do we if it finds, if it doesn't. So else, if this is not the case, then return. It went to the end. So it'll say return, but before doing this log error, say cannot find the component with the given ID. With the given ID. Great. That's a recursive function. Okay. So we have whatever this, and then we need to add some component. Wait, hold on. What do you mean? What do you mean I can do that? Okay. Why am I doing this over here? I don't get it, bro. I should be doing it over here. Is it very daunting for all of you guys who are watching? Is it like, what the hell this guy is doing? I want to add parent, and I want to add, like, what do I want to add? I want to say ID. This will be randomly generated. I think the ID, I shouldn't even put IDs over here. So ID will be something like test or whatever. Like, let's add some random ID. Wait, what? Let's go. Okay. And then this needs is children allowed. We'll say true. We'll say okay. We'll say label example. I think element name should also be a thing. Like, which element is this? It should be a compulsory, because how will we construct it, right? So that's the label, right? So here we should say element. This is body. Yeah. So you want to add a div inside the body. So what we'll say is div. We'll have to test this like in so div, and then element will also be a div, for example. And then we have added this, and we want to log what we have added. We're gonna say log VDOM dot components. Yep. So this should technically we should have a JSON which should have this as the children of the parent. At least that's what we think. I don't know how we're gonna run this separately. Can we even run this separately? I think this will run if I just import that stuff lib/vdom. I think this would work. Probably this should work. Does it clear the yeah, under I don't think so. This is working. I don't see a console log. Insane. Okay. So I think we'll have to do something else. We'll have to. Do we have TS node? Just curious. Yes, we do have. Interesting. That means we can run that. So we can say TS node dot slash, what do we have? src slash lib slash vdom slash index.ts. Type error cannot find extension, something like that. Cannot find a file extension for .ts. I don't want, bro. Don't consider this. I just want to run this. Do I have something like isolate or something? TS node, and we have. Can I run this file, bro? I don't know. To be fair, I don't know actually. So let's go to whatever that app.tsx was, and let's try to import the full path. So we'll say import dot slash lib slash vdom slash index. Right? Does that solve the issue? I think it should, at least. Yonder. Why can't I see this? If I had log test, will I be able to see this now? I get it, because this is running on the client, right? So this, all the logs will be over here. I'm stupid. Yeah, there you go. There you go. We have one element called parent, and this should and there you go. We only have one element. It doesn't have a children, which is insane. Oh, because I think I'm getting it. Why does this happen? uh, because we're checking this that the children exists. We shouldn't check it. I mean, yeah. So if the children exist and this all these things, we don't care, bro. It should be if, hold on, that was correct. And okay, this is question mark. Okay, this is stupid. So I think every okay, let's make children like compulsory. You can give a blank whatever, but like, yeah, uh whatever this is saying. So I can say children, whatever. Hmm, let's refresh this. We have some output. So we have a children, and yeah, success, success, success. So we were able to push this to this, but now let's go a little bit more complex. Let's increase the complexity. So if we just go, let's add this to the, yeah, this will not shout at me now. So if I say VDOM dot add whatever, uh, VDOM dot add component, and if I just VIWY, and if I want to push to not this one, I mean, if I want to push to like this one, can I do it? So I want to, again, I want to specify a random ID, and I want to, this time I want to push this particular thing inside this. So this children should have it. I mean, is children allowed? We say true, and then the element is, let's say, h1 element, and then label is again h1, and then you have a children which is empty. Initially it is empty, right? Okay, good. So let's refresh, and it says maximum call stack exceeded. That means we have done a very bad job at writing the recursive function. It exceeded the maximum call stack. So let's verify why. So technically, if whatever, what is there? Is that, yeah? So if this function wasn't there, then this should go to this, and then else. So I think it shouldn't even, yeah. It's always going to inside this, which is quite weird. Why will you go do that? So it goes to all the children, and says add parent component, and then current component dot children. Current component children. That's correct. So why is it not working? Let's debug this. So we want the iteration, like what is the current component at every iteration? Okay, it's going weird. We have whatever. Oh, it's every time body. Okay, that's insane. It shouldn't be body every time. So it's not going past body. Okay, the prop. Okay, hold on. So okay, in the second stack, whatever it's going through, the component is the children of the body, right? So I mean, why will this recall this? I mean, why will this do this? Oh, this is not recalling this. Okay, so this is going to the else case, and then the second time, and then no, the first time. For the first time, okay, so first time it goes to the body, right? And it goes to all the children of body, and it finds the parent ID to be the same. So it pushes to the body. Great. And then we are calling it again, right? So the next time what happens is, now it goes to the body, and it has one children. So parent doesn't match, so this doesn't run, but this runs. So it says it checks whether that has a children. So if I don't do this, yeah, that's okay. So if the is children allowed, which is true, then add components. This is getting hit again and again and again. That's why the recursive function is happening again and again. So you're passing parent ID in the component which we want to insert, and that's insane. It shouldn't happen. This should pass the body, right? This should pass the body, and let's think how the body will react. So the body hasn't passed. The body doesn't have. Oh wait, hold on. Uh, let's say a debugger over here. Let's verify now. Unexpected statement. Oh, because yeah, whatever. So this is the first iteration, right? So at the first iteration, this is the second iteration. So the current element should be the body, and body has children, so which is one of them. So it passes the children, just this one. So when it is getting passed, oh, hold on. So this is whatever. What is this? What is this? What is this? There's a parent, right? So this time this should be this, right? So let's go one step higher. Okay, great. So this time this shouldn't be the parent. Why is this parent, bro? Hold on. Why is this parent next time? I don't get it. Component, which is an empty. Okay. This is insane. Why is this not working? This is correct. If I go to the next time, whatever, no matter how many times, this is always body. It shouldn't be the body. These are the components, right? Uh, say this is an array of p component, and then we can say if components dot what if components is equal to like undefined or something like that. Uh, then we're gonna say components is equal. Oh, but oh, this is undefined, right? Yeah. So then components is equal to this dot components, which is okay. I think I'm getting it. Okay. So I think this would have worked before also. The problem with this is this is all this dot component, which is stupid. Should be all components. This is why is this dot component? I think that was the mistake. I think this will work now. Okay. So the first time it is whatever the parent. Oh, there you go. It worked. It worked. It worked. Insane. So it goes like that, and then it goes to the children, and then there you go. Great. Success. This was fixed. So now you can kind of like go recursively and add an element to any component, right? Great. The next thing what we want is we want we want to set an attribute of any of these components. So we add a component and we're going to say set attribute, right? And then we don't care about allowed attribute for any kind of verification right now, that we're gonna do later on. But for now, like, let's say this, and then again we need an id. Id is in string. Pretty simple. I think it's gonna be mostly the same code, right? This is the same exact thing which is gonna happen. So yeah, so I can say components is equal to this dot components by default, and then instead of this we can do what? So if the current component not dot id is equal to the id supplied, then we can just, instead of doing this, we should be, I think all the arrays should be like whatever, should be like defined from the beginning. So like attribute, and then styles. Great. So we can say attributes and then styles. Something like that. And then we can just copy this, paste this over here. Great. So yeah. So there's no component over here. There's no component to push. That's exactly correct. And then we can say this. What say? So we can say component at I dot, no, current component at I dot attribute dot push. So you need to give some attribute over here. So you can say some attribute over here, which is exactly the attribute we're gonna expect. And then I can simply I can push that to this particular stuff. So I can say attribute. I'm pretty sure we can okay. Otherwise, if that is not the case, then we can say same attribute, and then instead of parent id it will be id, right? And then attribute, hold on, okay, so what's wrong? It is not v component, it is attribute, I guess. Yeah, oh, this is add component, it should be set attribute. There you go. Great. So we have set attribute. I'm pretty sure this will work because this is kind of like the same thing. Similarly, we'll have instead of set attribute, so we add attribute. Add attribute. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. So should we add attribute? Yeah. Then it will be add style, so that you can add a style to any of these. So it will be exactly the same thing. It will be exactly the same thing, but with a different function name. And instead of attribute, this will take wait, hold on. This will take styles, right? So styles, and then over here it will be style, right? And then we can say add, instead of add attribute, what we can say is, oh no, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We can say add style, right? Right. Hi, what's your typing speed? My typing speed, I don't know, more than 100 probably. 112, 110 sometimes. It depends what am I typing. Attribute dot push. Okay, so instead of attributes dot push, it will be styles dot push the styles which you're passing. Similar thing goes over here. Instead of add attribute, can you do a quick monkey type 10 to 25 words? Oh, you want to see that? Really? Do you want me to do that? Sure, I'll do that. style, and then I can do styles, and then I can, yeah, this works. There you go. So these all the functions work on the same mechanism, right? Let's do a monkey type. I think ISH wants monkey type. Should I do it in my personal account? Should I do it here? I don't know. Let's do it here. Monkey type. Okay. Let's do a 30-second. Accept or do. Okay, let's increase the font a little bit. Okay. So let's try 30-second. 30-second. Okay. So yeah, you to I don't know why am I doing it 30 seconds. Let's do a 15-second. That's too long. Hundred nine wasn't that good, but yeah. Hi Ash, what's up? It's 109. Yeah, dude, 30 is too long. That's true. 109, bro. That's my typing speed right now. Sometimes it increases, sometimes it decreases. Depends. Yeah, we have some insane ads going on. Get it? Yeah. Okay. So that was my typing speed. 109. Mine is 165 average, 180 on good days sometimes. That's insane, bro. 165. That's great. What's your age? I am how much? I'm 23. What about you? What's your age? How old are you, brother? So we have ad style and whatever. This is cool. This is cool. This is cool. We can add style, we can add attributes, we can add components. What else do you want? What else anybody wants, right? So the next thing, the most important thing right now we'll be writing is we'll be writing a way to output HTML from whatever this JSON we have created. So let's test all these functions which we have created. For example, we can actually say, how can we modify some style or something? I'm 27. Oh, that's great. Okay, so we have add styles, and we have to write a function for modifying the style. So modify style. That's a bad name. I shouldn't be modify style. And then we have style name, or like what it should be. Every style have a label, right? And it has a value and it has a type. So what label, value, type, but label, and then what is the style name, or like style name? I don't know. Should be string or something like that. Nice. See people building stuff like these for others to learn from. Keep it up. Oh, great. Yeah, this is for this is not mostly me learning. Uh, a tutorial would have like been better. I would have been explaining everything which I'm doing, which I am, I guess, but not in that depth because this is me creating the stuff. Your GitHub is ishtms. Sure, let me grab your GitHub and let me follow you right now. How am I going to do that? Not sure. GitHub.com, then search, I guess, and then which one is you? Ah, users. There you go. Great. Follow. Oh, bro, you're insane. That's great. Followed. Okay. So, yeah. Uh, okay. Oh, this is working. I'm too happy. Okay. So we have modify style, and then the prop name, or like what, like style name should be given, which is like the style which you want to modify, and then a value of that particular style should be given, which could be a string or a number. Uh, Now the next thing what we want to do is Quite surprising. We'll have to go through the same thing again. Uh, I think we should be writing some abstraction for not doing this repeatedly. I mean, we are doing this again and again. We should be doing something. Let's write a function which could like help us to like, not do this again and again and again. We'll write a private function and we'll call it search and do. Search and do. That's insane. Search and do. That's the worst function name you have ever seen, I guess. Anybody. Keep it up, buddy. We have more people like you in the tech community. Yes, bro. I seen your GitHub profile. You're the boss. I mean, you are the pro. I wish I will learn enough things someday, and yeah, you have a huge amount of contribution. I do have huge amount of contribution, but not in my local GitHub. It is on my work GitHub. I yeah, it is most of the stuff which I do in the work. So yeah, there you go. You have a value. I have a value, and that could be a string, and oh, we are doing search and do, right? Yeah, great. So it could be an ID. It could be any ID, and then it could be anything. You could do anything if this ID matches, and then wait, hold on. You'll get a component which you can do anything with. So component, this is like v component, and then I expect you to return v component out of this component. Why can't I do that? Oh, wait. Oh, because this is stupid, right? Okay. So I'll be passing a callback function over here, which will be how I'll be doing it. So this will be v component. Interesting. And then what I'll do is I'll just do the same thing, because I just hate writing this again and again and again every time. So how will I be doing this? This is how it will be, and then I have to do like this component thing, which is components is equal to first dot components. Yeah, something like that. And then instead of doing any of these things, what I could do is you modify that. So I also recommend building stuff with vanilla JS as well. Many new devs kind of jump directly into JavaScript. So that's true, bro. That's exactly true. Most of my videos are kind of like in vanilla JS. I do a lot of canvas stuff, like HTML canvas stuff. I have even made like 3D rendering stuff in HTML canvas. So I definitely would like to, yeah, knowing JS, like vanilla JS without all these fancy things, very much required. I do that quite often, but this time I think using React would have helped me. So yeah, it started with something like this. Great. So we have the callback function over here, which we want to call with this whatever we are doing over here. So we can say call, and then we want to pass the components at I, right? Great. And then this will give me some return. So we'll say modified, or like something like that, right? So modified, and then what I can say is I can say components at I is equal to what is the modified components at I, and then yeah, this is cool. So this will work. Instead of styles, uh, do I want to pass the styles? I don't want to pass the styles. I don't, this is not required. I can keep doing this search and do. I don't need to pass the styles, I guess. I don't even need to pass this one. I can pass the call, I'm pretty sure, and then I can pass the components. There you go. There you go. So this will be much more easier. This would actually make this very simpler. So I can do search and do. Yeah, I can do search and do like for this ID, I would have some callback. There you go. This is simple. And then I'll get some of the component, right? So then I can say component component dot whatever, like style dot or modify style. Let's first refactor all of these. I mean, this thing. This, we don't need this stupidity anymore. We don't need any of these things. Yeah. This, if we just export this function, we would not need any of these add attribute style whatever. We can directly modify any of the DOM element, search and do. Let's export this function. This will be like the master function which you can use to do anything. Export. This is already exported. Oh, great. So you can search for an element and you do any modification using this particular function, which is great. Okay, what is the next thing which we gonna do? Not particularly sure. Okay, the next thing is we want to write a way to render this into HTML, and then we'll be integrating this to the existing system. So we'll say render. This is an interesting function, render, and this will be the most complex function, I guess. Okay, so let's create let rest, which is the result. So this should be, yeah, let rest is equal to this, and now we have to go through the components again and again and again and pass the rest, and then like keep adding it. I don't know the closing. How would the closing work, man? How can I make this oh, this is kind of tough. Okay, how can I do it? I have an idea. Okay, again we'll have to do it recursively. Sadly, no options left. So yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna be going through the components. There's a component. So for let I is equal to 0, I less than this dot components dot length I plus plus f, like let's say current component, right, is equal to as a current component, and then what we can do is we can say it's not components at I, and then okay, so if current component dot element is equal to, let's say for example div. Let's handle for few of them. Handling for all of them would be too complex. I mean, eventually we can do it, but right now it will be very complex. So let's do it. So if that is div, then what we want to do is we want to say attributes are kind of important, so we have to say attributes. So let's build an attribute string. So we'll say const attr string is equal to this attr string is equal to this dot components dot not components, this dot current component dot attributes dot join attributes dot map element, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna say element dot every, wait, hold on, it could have any attribute, right, whatever. So whatever that key is, I want that key. That key is kind of important for me. So this is stupid. I shouldn't do this like this way. So I can say atts, which will be in string again. Yeah, this way. Yeah, the attributes will be string, and then for let I is equal to 0, I less than say entries, attr entries is equal to all the attribute entries will be current component dot attributes dot current components dot attribute dot yeah. So for each of them, one of them, what I have to do is I have to. This is fine. Same. This whatever the value of this k is, we don't know that, right? And we want to extract that. So it's like for every style, there is some key value. It is only of one. I think the previous approach was good. We could have went to something like that. So yeah, this is good. So every element is just one key value, right? So yeah, so you can say object dot uh, dot keys and element, right? And this is like style style key, which is we can say object dot keys at 0. Now what is the value of this? This is string, great. So we have style key, and then what we can say is we can say okay, this is equal to double quotes whatever the value of this is. So we want to return uh, this whatever the style key is. No, this is attribute key, not style key. Of course, we have to do the similar something very similar in the. So let's call it key. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Key. Right. So we have a key, and then what we want to do is we want to basically say underscore. Yeah. Is equal to double quotes and whatever the value of that key is. So I can say element at that key dot label or dot value. So I want the value. There you go. That would help us to generate all the attributes, right? And then I can join them with space. So I can say join them with space, right? This will generate HTML. You'll see how this will generate HTML in a while, but this will do it. So yeah, and then after that, what we want what we want is we want to we want to basically so these are all the attributes, and then we have to do something for styles, right? So we'll say styles str. It's gonna be quite similar, but it's gonna be a little bit different. So styles will be all the styles. So it's like equal to that style semicolon. That kind of like yeah. So style is also one of the attributes. So I think we should do the styles first, and we should add it as an attribute to the current element. Yeah, that would work. So styles, what am I doing? Styles string is equal to the current component dot styles dot map style, a single style, and then we similarly we do quite the similar things. We say object dot keys at style at 0, and then what we say is we say for each of the styles we return that whatever that key is, right? And semicolon whatever the value is, style at that key dot value, and then we say a semicolon, which is how you define an inline style for a particular. And by the way, we can even control we can even output all the style files in a separate style like .css file. That's also possible. Should we do that way? I think that would be so cool. No, we shouldn't do that way. Like let's do the simple way first, and then we can find the complex way. Now what we can do is we can say current count dot attribute dot push. uh, Interesting. How do we control the attribute? And we want to say the attribute name is style, and the value of that is label. I don't care, style. What is your name? My name is Jay. Yeah, style. The value is the styles whatever style. There you go. That is there any way to connect with you for something like Discord or something? Yeah, I have a Discord, bro. I'll give you my Discord. Hold on. Uh, I have a Discord channel. Uh, there you go. This is my Discord. I'll just say copy, invite people, copy link, and then I don't know. Can I paste this over here? I guess I can. There you go. You can connect me over that Discord link. Yeah. Wait. So we have this whatever the style string as a value. What the hell? What do you mean? Type string is not valid. Why are you giving this? This shouldn't be the. Oh, because we haven't written the join over here. That's kind of lame. We can join this by space. That's kind of okay. There you go. So this kind of handles us because this okay. Should we write some of the comments? I don't know. And then now we have to create the element and add the styles. Yes, now we're gonna do it. So okay. I think you're there. Yeah. Uh, I can. Hello, hi. Okay. I don't know. Can you message me personally there on Discord? I guess you can. You can message me or send me a friend request. I would expect accept it. Uh, your friends. I can see a lot of friends. I have 0 friend requests. Yeah. Okay. Great. I don't know how many of you are. Oh, 6 of you are watching. That's insane. Hi, all 6 of you. How are you? Um, hmm. So what we did is we created the style string right here. Then we pushed the style as a attribute because style is also an attribute, right? So yeah, and then this is gonna be every time. It's gonna be it's where this is where because oh no, we are not modifying it. It's fine. And then what we did is we created the attribute string, right? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna be creating the element. So creating the element. How are we gonna create the element? So first of all, now I think we are pretty good. So let's say a single element HTML is like this or like this or like this, whatever. So element HTML is this, right? Okay. Whatever. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna push all of these eventually to the element. So we'll say element element HTML dot push, no, dot element HTML. Oh, we shouldn't define this over here. We can directly have it like over here, I guess. That shouldn't be the issue. At least for now. Later on, I don't know. So whatever is the name of that element, first of all, what is the name of that element? So it's I guess and we want the HTML for all the children. So child HTML is basically render this for all its children. So we can say I don't know. Yeah, so we'll have to say components over here. So we'll say components is equal to this dot whatever this dot components. Instead of doing this, we should run it only this time, and then this is more okay. Yeah. So yeah, we can say whatever is the current component dot element, right? You're getting it, right? I'm not doing anything complex. I'm just what do you say? I am just yeah. I'm just creating the div name. Why is this also? Yeah. So we have this, and then over here we have all the attributes. So over here we have all the attr string, right? And then what we can do is we can have all the children HTML inside this. So we can say render this for the children of this current object, whatever that's like, render this for whatever, render this for the children of the current component, which is current component dot children. Why am I doing this 2 times? I don't know. Yeah, so we have the child HTML, all the children HTML, like all the children HTML. So we can do children HTML, and then we can end this. So we can end this by doing something like current component dot element, and there you go. There you go. Yes, we did it. But what do we do with this? That's the question, right? We have the final element. We return this, right? It's a return element HTML. But now we keep adding this to the final res, right? So we say res plus equals to element HTML, and then we return res. I don't know. What should we do? This is all the HTML we have. So this is for a single component, right? Because if we have a single root, I think even if we return this, it would work, right? Even if we return this, because the root will always, yeah, this doesn't matter, right? So why are you angry at me, bro? Says child implements as any type. Oh, this is having the type string. It doesn't have any type. If it goes over here, I don't know, I should say return invalid HTML, something like that. This would return something for sure. If I say this function should have a return type of string, then what about it? Yeah, there you go. That fixed the issue. Yes, we did it. We did it, I guess. I don't know. This might not work. This might work. Let's see. So what we're gonna do? How we gonna test it? So we're gonna go over here and we're gonna render this exact thing. So instead of doing this, we can say vdom.render, and I think we're gonna have a infinite loop this time. Oh my god! Oh, we have an invalid HTML. So div, we have an empty style, that's kind of okay, and then we have an h1 which is having empty style, and then the close of h1, and then div. This is insane. We have written our own compiler, bro. It is sort of a compiler for HTML. We have written our own compiler. Damn, you'll have to give me the credits here, all the due credits. I want them. That's insane, right? That's insane. Yeah. Of course, we're gonna use this whatever tool which we have created right now, but this is insane. Okay, so but we are going to the invalid component. Why is it happening? We have to first see this. Why is it happening? Oh, because some of the element doesn't have the children. So technically, it shouldn't do this. It should do like if the components dot length is equal to 0, like let's say it is 0, right? Return like something like empty, right? And then I can go over here and I can write like whatever, return invalid HTML, whatever. It will never reach there, I guess. There you go. There you go. Yes, I'll message you in a bit. Thanks, Jack. Thanks. Okay, now okay, now we have this. Great, but we want some inner text content, right? Things could have inner text content. What about that? We did not even cared about that. So every yeah, so there will be something called text, or what should I say, content, right? Yeah, I can say content is pretty much simple. So we can say this is content is basically a string, and it is not at all required to have a content for everything. So you could definitely have no content, right? which is what you want to render inside it, right? So now inside the render function, oh, this is content is optional though. It's okay. Chill. Take a chill pill. Okay, chill. Don't be angry at me. Okay. So now, what are you saying is we want to. Okay, we have the children over here. It's kind of okay, but we want to render the current component dot content over here, and if it is not defined, then it should be empty. It would give me some undefined bullshit. Yeah, it gave me some undefined bullshit. So I said if it is not defined, then put it empty. I don't want all those things. Great. So I would show you something very incredible, right? I can do wonders now. I can do wonders. Trust me, I can do wonders. So now if I go to this whatever this instead of let's say like this is a div, right? I'll just show you something interesting, right? Div. And then I go to styles, right? And I just say okay, the style which I want is I want a background color, right? Uh, and now I can specify everything. So this is oh I'm stupid. This should be an array of this. Why have I handled this way? Style attribute could have been the I don't know. So there's no label required. There's no label is kind of okay, but there's no style name required. I'm pretty sure. There's no style name required, right? So I can say a label is like whatever, like background color, right? And then what I can do is I can just go over here and I can say I can do I need to define a type, which is a string, and then the value is it is optional. It should be optional. Units should be optional. Like it's not required, right? Yeah. The value is let's say blue, right? Right. So yeah. It shouldn't be like this. It should be background color. I think I really don't like the way I'm doing this over here. I think I'll change few structures, but you'll see what do I mean. Okay, so now I can go over here and I can say the width should be, the label is width, the type is I don't know, number. uh, I haven't handled the value thing, which I will, but let's for now let's say 100 pixel, and I want to do the same thing for the height. So if I do the same thing for the height, it will kind of work, I guess. Whatever, it will kind of work, I guess. If I just refresh this gives me something. If I just copy and paste this in CodePen, this should give me the UI which I wanted to create, I guess. I just got one of them, which is strange. It shouldn't be like this. I mean, if I am why did I only got for one of the styles, right? It shouldn't be the case, right? So styles dot map, we join them by space and then we say style string, which is correct, bro. What do you mean? Why is this happening? Why is it only one? If I just log the whatever current component dot styles, what will I get? I'll get this is for blank, and this is only okay. So it's an array of this. Oh, it shouldn't be the array in first place. Why is this even an array? Ah, this is correct. Okay, I am getting this now. I am getting this now. This should be, we can just get rid of this, I guess. And in a similar fashion, I can get rid of this as well. We just wrote this in the wrong way. So now instead of doing this, every style is just this, right? And then instead of this, we have a label, and then we have a attribute. Like what is the name? Similar thing we can do over here. What is the style name? Instead of key at whatever the stupidity we are giving over here, we don't need that. So we can say style dot name is style dot value. It is much more simpler, right? We don't need to do any of those things. So it shouldn't be this way. Hey, here it comes, bro. You're fine now. Yeah, I'm mostly okay now. Uh, current component dot push whatever style value style. What the hell is this? Oh, this shouldn't be like this, I guess. So this should be an array of whatever the push, and then it should be label I don't know, label style, and then name should be style, uh, yeah, and then value should be style string. There you go. And then this, there's no requirement of this bullshit. We can simply get rid of this one, and then we can say ele dot what, like the name, and similarly we can go over here and we can say ele dot value. That makes more sense. So what's your salary estimation? My salary? You can you can buy an iPhone Pro Max, whatever that top variant is, and a little bit more than that. That's the estimation I have per month. That's my salary. Uh, iPhone Pro Max, whatever the top variant is. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Great. We are making progress. I'm happy. We are making progress. I'm happy. Okay. Uh, Current component attribute dot map, whatever the hell this is, looks pretty correct to me. This is stupidity. Now we don't need to do something like this. Now we can be literally very smart. So we can say name we want is whatever, like width, right? And the value we want is uh, I want to make the label optional. Like I'll use a label. I think we don't even need a label. Here also attribute, we don't need a label. Label is not for us. So the width is 100 pixel. Uh, Style, we don't want to type, we don't want a units, we don't want any of these things. Right, so name is height, and the value is again 100 pixel. Right, and then we will say name is whatever background color, and the value is whatever, like let's say blue. I think this will be more correct now. There you go. This is much more better. So if I just copy this one into this, I should have something interesting. Width 100 pixel height. There you go. We wrote our own compiler. Like HTML compiler. You can actually it's not a compiler, it's a DOM, right? Basically. So it's a virtual DOM. So we created a VDOM, kind of like yeah, it helps you create HTML through JavaScript. Insane. How can I earn same as you, and in how much time? I don't know, bro. It is very different for all of the people. I mean, it is different for different people. I mean, yeah, somebody could be, I don't know. It depends, bro. I mean, where are you? How are you gonna do? Good. Yeah, it depends. It's very much depends on how are you gonna do stuff. Uh, we don't need a label. We see few people. Oh, there's a friend request. There's a friend request. I accepted the friend request. Insane. Do I have another friend request? What do I have over here? I go back. Where's the thing? A message. There's a message. Hey, how are you? I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay, whatever. Let's go ahead. Let's code this up. Let's code this up. So we did this, and this worked fantastically. Like no issues whatsoever till now. Now let's try to implement this with our whatever with our current system, right? Right. We'll keep adding new stuff to this, but right now let's go with whatever we have. So export default whatever. Export default VDOM. Right, great. So we'll be using this for the current project. So yeah. So now how are we gonna use this? So let's go to the store first, editor store, and first of all, I will not have any of these things. Will not have any of these things. Absolutely nothing. Any of these things. So we'll again this doesn't it's nothing like all of these will not have any of these things. So what we'll have is we'll have a we'll have an instance of what do you say, this thing which is VDOM. So we'll say VDOM is equal to new VDOM. I think this only, so there should be only one instance of this. Oh, this shouldn't be this. So the type of this should be VDOM. All right. Right. There will be no set VDOM or anything. You can modify this and whatever you can do that, but there's no set VDOM or anything like that. So then the next thing is we want the HTML which is rendered. So editor state, I can call it I can call it HTML. So yeah, this will be a string. Create could be imported from the stand, I guess. Yeah, and then we would need a default state. So yeah, can I call it dev tools? Yeah, there you go. And then I get a set function, and then I can probably do this. I don't need the dev whatever the dev tools whatever I was having. I have a set function, and then I have this, and then I have the h. So I need the VDOM, and the VDOM should be new VDOM, I guess. And then there's some HTML, which should be empty, which should be yeah, which should be empty. So HTML should be empty right now. Right. Great. So we have this, and we have a set function. So it should be like set HTML, like yeah. It's not reactive. Okay. Set HTML. It should be function of like I don't know when does it trigger. Yeah. Update whatever. Update HTML, something like that. And this would be not expecting anything because this totally depends on what is there in the VDOM. So we can do this is kind of fine. This is kind of fine. We can do update HTML, and then what we have is we have nothing, which is set. Should we even do this like this? I don't know. Storing VDOM globally like this is even a good idea. Yeah. So we can say yeah, we'll get the prev state whatever, right? We'll see if that doesn't work. We'll do something about it. So VAPX like that, and then what we can do is we can this is not good. That should return that function. Yeah, this is much more better. I can say this, and then I can get a previous state whatever, and then I can do what can I do? I can do the HTML should be prev state dot vdom dot render. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so there's no the previous state is not over here. There you go. That's gonna work. That should work. I don't know. That should work. I think so. Now our entire app will be so angry at us because we have changed so many things. A lot of things will not work. So let's go to the layout first. And I think if we just go to the editor area, it wouldn't work. I'm pretty sure. Nothing will work because this is not there in this. But we want the HTML from there, right? And then these things are not at all there, so we'll just get rid of them. And then we have whatever. Let's call it div, and then let's call it whatever. Dangerously set in our HTML, and you have this kind of HTML, and then you have this, and then ignore warning, suppress editable warning, suppress hydration warning. I don't know. Okay, that's kind of cool. So this will set. I'm just thinking, can we use an iframe and set the HTML inside this? I don't know, is that even possible or not? We have this is over or something like that. Whatever this, we can comment this out right now. Okay, so we have something. Now the thing is, when I drop this over here, for example, I just want to comment this, and for example, so if I say like whatever ref, okay, I have some message. Okay, I have a message. Okay, so we have a use drop, and then we have a monitor, and then the problem is the drop. So talking about this, like let's right now, I don't care about this. I don't even care. Let's see, could we keep whatever, like could we render this first? Let's think about that. Okay. This would be so angry at me. There's no add component or whatever this is. There's nothing like that. What is the weird code theme? It was in part 1. Oh, the VS Code theme I was using. I think it is Tokyo Magic, whatever, Tokyo Magic Dark. Many variants of this. I think it was something like this one. Yeah. This is kind of cool. I can code in this. Okay, this is the thing. Tokyo Magic Dark. I think that's the thing. Yeah, Tokyo Magic. Dark Magic Tokyo. Okay. So so the type is text, and can I access that directly? I think I can. Not pretty sure about it. Use use I don't know, use editor state, and then instead of this having be not HTML a lot, this would be VDOM, and I can directly update the VDOM. I think I can do this. So I can say VDOM dot add component, and then I can say no, not like that. I mean, uh, VDOM dot add component, and this needs a parent ID. Uh, so we want to add it to the parent, for example. Later on, we're gonna do something else. So right now, let's go for the parent, and the component which we want to add. It should have the element that should be there is it should be a div, or yeah, let's say it should be a div, and then I can go for content. It should be like, hey, this is the first one, something like that, right? And then we're gonna say the attributes. No, we can say, yeah, we can be a little bit more smart right now. So we can say styles, right? And we can go like this, and we can say name. You know, set the width to like 100%, like that, right? Something like that. And then yeah, we can have other things as well, like TKS. We could have like something like font something, font width or font size. That's an CSS property, I guess. And then the value of that is whatever, like something like 30 or 40 pt, or like 6 rem, whatever. I want this to be quite big. And then I think I'm missing 2 properties. So we have the label is whatever. Label for this doesn't even make sense. We could remove it. Is children allowed? Sure, it is allowed. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. What do you have? It says is missing the property ID children attribute. How was I making it before, bro? Over there. I mean, in the VDOM index, how was I doing it? Oh, I was giving some random ID and stuff like that. Okay, I can do that. I think yeah. For now, just for testing, like let's say the ID is like some random stuff. Then this is still not happy with me. What, do you need an attribute? Seriously? Why are you angry at me right now? Children is declared. Oh, you need children is word, right? There you go. Yeah. And so the name is drop zone, right? Okay. We have to make it work. What we have to do is we have to actually go to the. Does it work like that? Nothing works. These doesn't work. Uh, these also doesn't work. We'll manage this in a while, but yeah, this props doesn't work. I don't care about that. Um, hmm, probably. So I added it, and then what I want to do, I want to set the attribute to that. So yeah, let's see. Can I do that? So we can say HTML. Yeah. Is there any set whatever the like update HTML, and I can directly call this over here. I can say update HTML. Yeah, there you go. I don't know. This might not work. This might work. I don't know. Technically, this doesn't even trigger, which is insane. Instead of problem is, I'll tell you the problem right now. So it is actually trying. Oh, okay. So this is the issue. So I don't want the is over, so it doesn't matter. I just want a drop, so I can say. No, I want the is over because that will indicate that is it working or not. right? And then I can go over here and I can say is over whatever, like is okay. So I can give it some style and I can say okay, like the background color of this is over, then this should be green. I don't know, this should be green, otherwise it should be red. Replace this with question mark, something like that, right? Good. And then I can I have a drop, right? So that means like this should be ref. This should be like ref. Great. We have a use drop. We should. Okay. You. I'm gonna import this. Can I? Yeah. Thank you. This does import that. Insane. Oh, this is red because the this drag is not. Editor area error occurred. Whatever. I don't know what's the issue. Is it even running? That. Oh, it's in the text. Okay. It worked. It worked. We did it. I can add it again. I can actually add it again. Oh, there's two elements. There's two elements. And we updated it. And it is not working right now. Why the hell it is not working? Index at 26. Where are we even logging this? This is coming from the HTML parser which we read. So this is pure HTML, bro. And the entire thing, we are not targeting something and doing it. Like the entire thing is getting modified, which is kind of insane. This gives us superpowers actually, if you think about it. Because later on we can write like we can set these IDs as like we can set the UUID as the IDs of this element, and we can actually draw outlines of them for selecting them, and then we can get the X and Y position to basically write some like modification logic and moving them around and all those things. It's gonna be cool, trust me. Yeah. Okay. And we can even give additional whatever, like additional stuff to that. Yeah. Okay. Now, what do we want to do? What do we want to do now? And why adding two of these doesn't work? Like if I add like let's get rid of that red color first. Whatever that, I hate that color red. Red. Let's make it white or something. Okay, so if I just do this, I that kind of works. So we have two elements now. Oh why is this log? This is the render function. So in the index, the PS DOM, the render function, we have oh this is over here. Okay, so we can go into the text, and this is getting added, which is dope. But we want to do something else, a little bit weird. First of all, we want to go to the index over here. Instead of this, we want to go a little bit more fancy. So we'll say HTML, like doc type HTML. I don't know, doc type HTML or doc if HTML, right? And then we can say head, and we can say title for like website builder title, and then go to head, and we can write body over here, and all of these should be inside the body, right? I hope so. This is making sense. So all of this should be inside the body, and then we can say the body ends over here, and then we can say slash HTML. There you go. Wait, so this, yeah, there you go. That creates an entire HTML for us. Great. And this keeps everything inside the body. But the thing is, this even creates the body itself. So we don't even need this, I guess, probably. Yeah. We don't even need that. Insane. Okay, so if we now give the text, it is there. Good. Now, how to render HTML inside a iframe? Oh, src doc. That's how you do it. Insane. Okay, I think that's how we should do it. So now in the builder doc, instead of rendering it something like this, we could technically call it an iframe and then call it src doc, and then whatever we can pass the HTML over here. I think we don't really need to do that. Yeah. Will it work? Will it not? That's the question we need to answer. Kind of works. Now, okay, now we have solved a very big problem. Now this is not associated with the HTML properties which we have for the parent, because now you can see this is the font of this is very different from the font what we have for the parent, right? Which is great, right? So we can say width full, height full, which will give us the full. Yeah, there you go. I'm feeling like, oh, this is working. Finally, the idea is coming to life. So the why have I did this? This is very essential to understand that why did I do it this way. So the reason why I wanted to do it this way is because I want the thing which you export from this particular website builder to be hyper, like it should be extremely similar to what you would like get in the real life, right? Modifying the property definitely coming there, don't worry, we'll do that. Okay, so hey, this is the first one, whatever we did it, and we should be able to do it for the second time as well. I don't know why is it not even allowing us to do it. Say we have a root, we have this, and then we have id root. Could we go over here? Yeah, this is another dot type HTML, something like that. It's body head, and this is a different thing, which is insane. I love it. I'm loving this. Okay, how many of you are still here? I don't know. 8 of you are. Insane. I think I need some water right now. A little bit break, 5-minute break. Ask any questions, I'll be answering them. Ask any question about this project or anything, I'll be answering them. We want to create ultimately something like this where you can edit this. I don't know how. Would you do this though? I'm still confused. This. But yeah, I think this could be good for. There are a few thoughts. We'll do that later on. But yeah, any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Feel free to ask. Please ask it. How would you make it editable? And if this gets even edited, whatever this gets edited, how am I going to be? I have to dynamically embed some scripts in this, which will be only for development for this particular guy. So I can like modify this in real time. Maybe. Yeah. Right now that's not the target. But yeah. Yeah. Why the second one is not working? Um, so let's say there should be 2 elements added. Because I get it, because it's the same ID, right? Yeah, we'll have to generate a random ID every time, so that's the problem. I think div and then the ID is same, and that kind of creates a weird issue. So yeah, we need some unique ID every time, I guess. So we'll say v4 as UUID from something like, I don't know, from something like UUID v4, and then we can go over here and we can say UUID, and then this is not like this. So we have something like a v4, and then this is the UID. V4 as UID. Yeah. Would that solve my issue? Probably. That even makes it worse. Why doesn't it work, bro? Does it give me some error or something? Not sure. What do you mean, huh? Test, if I test, will it, this works now? What have I changed? I did not change anything. What do you mean, huh? So why are you not working? This is all that was there. And now nothing is working. I did not change anything. Oh, wait. Oh. Hmm. It was all working. Why does it suddenly start working, bro? Does it make sense? Should we restart our server, or like what's the issue? If I go over here, drag and drop it. Is it even adding this to this? Let's see. Const log adding text. Oh, it's not even triggering that. But why would that happen? Because I changed something in the editor area. I don't think so. It says drop zone. It is quite the same thing, bro. Elements, if I go div this, we get this and we get this. We have an HTML over here which have a head and body doesn't have anything. Yeah. What did I change? Is it not working anymore? We don't have get components anymore. Just React things, exactly. It was all working all fine, just like 15 minutes back. Now this is all angry at me. This is good. I love this thing. I can. This is flex, and I can actually flex this. Okay. Kind of cool. This, and then where's my? You guys are even following this? This is insane. Okay, let's go. Let's go and see what happened. It is not triggering this whatever this stuff is. Is it coming over here? Log test. Let's see. If I drop this, whatever. Where's my stuff? This is not even working like that. Let's do one thing. I have a plan. Let's go over here and we say, yeah, whatever. On click. We just want to test this right now, right? Like, yeah. Let's say this. Yeah. Whatever. If we click on this, this works. If I click again, it doesn't work. So let's debug this now. Why does it clicking again doesn't work? Um, Before doing this, just go to the VDOM. Not go over here. Go to the VDOM. Oh, because it's adding the parent again and again, which is stupid. Oh, this is to the parent, which is kind of cool. This is correct. And then I can use whatever UUID I was using before. Unique ID. Oh, Lodash has a function called unique ID. Insane. I can click on this. I can click on this and it doesn't work. So I can go to the index of the VDOM which I created, and in the add document I can log this dot components, whatever, this dot components, and let's see what we get. So we have text. Great. So we have just one component, and if we just click text again, we still have one component. Insane. Why do we have one component? Parent. Is the add component not working? I think I know the issue. I know the issue. The problem is it's just resetting it. Okay. So the problem is here when we say push. Previous one, typescript.inlay hint parameter names enabled all. What will that do? Should I try that? Let's see. Let me try that out. Let me try that out. This is something else. Copy. Forget it. Copy. Paste. There you go. Enable disable inline hint for parameter name. Yeah. And all. Cool. What will this do? Oh, this is cool. Thanks, Ish. Yeah, thanks. It will show you the names of parameter as you're passing. This is great. This helps. This surely helps. Yeah, I can see them. Great. Now the problem is this is okay. So the previous one, the previous data, the previous components, or like the current dot children is what we have to see that. If we do this, the previous one was empty, and the previous one was having two elements. What does this even mean? Okay, hold on. This is so daunting. I'm just hold on. Well, we just did this. We did that again, and that should render this twice, right? I mean, why would that not work? Let's try this over here. Let's try to do this over here. So if we just create, see what does it actually do. Yeah, that also helps. I do that quite often. If it is external library, but this library was only like I'm creating this library, so yeah, that literally helps. Like right now the problem is that I don't even know is it like doing it properly or not. So for example, like let's say if I just create an instance like VDOM, and if I say new VDOM, let's add two stuff to the parent. So we say VDOM dot add component to the parent, and the component element is, for example, first of all, this is stupid, so it shouldn't allow. Let's do some TypeScript magic right now. So the TypeScript magic we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here and we're gonna say omit, and we're gonna pass components, not composite component, v component, and then we're gonna omit the ID out of this. So we don't want the ID. So hold on. There will be ID in that. What do you mean, huh? Component push. Oh, you can't push that. I get it. I can push that, but I'll be generating my own ID. Like that's the whole idea, right? Yeah. So I can do like this, and then what did I do? Yeah, I can do this, and then I can say compound component, and then I can take the ID and I can auto generate a unique ID. There you go. That is gonna help. So we don't have to pass this ID again and again and again, which is very stupid. So this ID is no more required. We can just get rid of this ID. What else? If you don't pass an attribute, it will make it like, yeah. Uh, yeah. Because it happened now. If you use VDOM add component, you thought it should be child, but it should be the parent. But now you'll get the inlay style for parent ID. So yeah, quite handy. That's true. It's quite handy. Uh, yeah. Now the next challenge is I don't want to keep repeating this empty, so that like if I'm not passing this, can it by default be empty? If I go to the interface, whatever that stupid interface, where was that interface? Type VDOM, and then can I have an initial value of this? Is that even possible? Can I do this? Is that, oh, I can do this. This is not possible. So let's go to the ad. Can I make few things optional? This like OPTIONAL. How to make things like optional in an HTML type? HTML type, HTML type make things optional. TypeScript. No, I know how to do it in the properties, bro. I just want to derive the type and then make it optional. Can't I do that? Can't I derive the type and make it optional? Is that an option available to us? I'm pretty sure it should be. I mean, if I want to make this name optional afterwards, I can do that. There should be something optional, like optional, or like what was that? Uh, does anybody know how to make like how to derive a type and then make few of these properties optional? Like, is that okay? How do you do that? I don't want to do that. Uh, Advanced types. I think I need these things. So you have user defined type guards is fish. That's can I get that? Manual reference guide references declaration. What is JavaScript? Partial. Oh, partial. Yeah, I think I get it. I need partial, right? Yeah, I need a partial of this entire thing. No, no, no. I need partial of this. No, I need partial of this entire thing. But the things which I need partial is make all elements. I don't want to make all the elements. I don't want to make everything optional. I want to make few things optional. Required constructor type constructing all the properties of the type, so it's required. Okay, I don't want that. Awaited. I don't want this. I don't read only. I don't want that. Read only. I don't want that. Record. It's key value pair. I get it. Pick. Oh, this is cool. So if I say pick from like title in this omit. Oh, omit. It's simple. Oh, this is the same. Wait, no. I want to make it optional. Exclude. Construct type excluding the union type. Oh, I don't want that. Extract. Construct type extracting the from type all union members. Oh, I don't want that. Non-nullable. Parameters. Constructor parameters. Return type. Stupid. Instead of stupid. This parameter type. Omit this parameter. Omit this parameter. This type. I don't want that. Lowercase, uppercase, uncapitalized. I don't have anything. So how to do partial? I don't know. I don't know how to define that. How to apply partial but only to few properties in TypeScript. How to do that? Ah, exactly. This is my requirement. Okay, I think I have the solution. Do I have to write custom tape TypeScript thing? Let's do it. Let's write some custom shit. So what we'll do is we'll say export type whatever, like export make few partial. Let's call it make few partial whatever, like make few partial, and then we'll be expecting a generic type, and then yeah, and then one more thing, we want something like k extends key of t, yeah, and t extends object record of t could be anything. I don't care. Yeah, t could be anything. String and yeah, yeah. Then it would, the value would be okay. NVM. My stream was way back 10 minutes. My stream was way back. What do you mean? I don't get, like, what do you mean my stream was way back? Is it like delayed by 10 minutes? What do you mean? Like, yeah. So, you mean something like type or null? No, what do I want is, I want basically when I want to not pass, what do you say? Where's my add function? Yeah, I don't want to pass in this parameter in the component. I want the so in the v component I want these to be optional, so I don't want any. I want to make at, so how to take an object and make few things optional. So how to take an object and make like attributes and children and styles optional, only these things optional. That's the question. How do you do that? So export make few partial, yeah, make few optional, anything works. And then we t extends record string any t extends. uh, I was 10 minutes behind when you were asking about optional parameters. So saw the stream is way off. So saw the stream is way off. Yeah. Okay. Uh, then the key. Okay. The type is key is whatever the. Uh, how do you do this, bro? I don't know. Let's create a separate type. Uh, Probably I shouldn't be doing this, but I don't know how to do that. So like create v component. Like, for creating, you don't need an ID. You don't need any of those stuff. I mean, you need ID, which is a string. No, you don't need an ID. You need an element. You need element and label. So, and you need a content. So we'll just make this like that, and we'll say like that. You can pass it. And then there's a children is allowed. So is children allowed could also be there. And then we have this, which is actually the children. And then we have these two. And then what do we want is, we want to make this optional. There you go. That's what I want to do. Is there any good way to convert this into this? That's what I'm asking. Okay. So yeah, let's go to the index. Now let's go to the index. Yeah. No, where's the create? Yeah. So instead of doing all these, we can say create one component, whatever, and then we can say what can we say? We can say attributes. If the component dot attribute exists, and that's good. Otherwise, give it an empty attribute, something like that. And then the style says if component dot styles exist, otherwise give it an empty style. And then what did you making? Oh, I'm actually making our website builder. Hello TXT Coda, what's up? How are you? Uh, what the hell is this? Uh, Children, okay. So it's a component dot children. And yeah, there you go. Problem solved. There you go. Yeah. So now the best thing is we don't have to pass all those whatever, all those stuff. And now we can do this much more easily. Okay, we have made our function way better now. So we can create a DOM now. We can say new VDOM, and then we can say dot add element, and then I want to add this to parent. Yeah, I want to add this to parent, and the component uh, uh, hello bhai, hello element, it should be is, let's say, a dev, and then uh, the content, I don't know the content, styles is not required, is children allowed, is it true? Yeah, this is allowed. And then table is, for example, dev, something like that. Label is even label stupid. Label is not, it label shouldn't be required in an element at least. So there shouldn't be any label thing. I guess. So there shouldn't be any label. There you go. That's all what we need. Yeah. And then what we can do is we can add one more over here. We can say div. I want to add it to parent, and then I want to log like dom dot whatever components. Let's see what do we get. We have a parent which has just one element, so it should have two elements, and now we have to debug this. Why is this happening? So the bug is quite clear. It should have two elements. Why is it having only one? Okay. So what will this do? This will go over here. This will whatever the only one element, it will match and it will push it. Right. Second time it will go current element dot children dot push, and then this get pushed, and then this dot components is equal to component. Oh, this is current. This is stupid. It should be components at I dot children. Yeah, now this will be fixed. Now the issue is fixed. Now the issue is fixed. I'm pretty sure the issue is fixed. No, the issue is not fixed. Oh, we have two children over here. We have, oh, the parent has two div. Yeah, the problem solved. I think the problem is solved. So yeah. So if I just comment all of these, this was just for testing. Also this was just for testing, and refresh stuff. And if I just do this, and why doesn't it work? Does my rendering context have some issues? I don't know. Let's check it out. So it's a dot I don't know, render. It gives me some this kind of HTML. Let's try to run this on CodePen. Let's see what do we get. Oh, we okay. Now I'm getting the issue. The problem is it is again and again adding. Okay, so we cannot do this over here. This is not possible. We can't do this. Will it work now? So it is one body and then end of the body and only one div inside this. Why is it only one div? I think we are doing something wrong over here. Yeah, we are doing something wrong over here. Let's see what is the no. So if we want to log the components, down dot components, creating VDOM is more okay. This has two children, which is okay. Oh, so our render function has issue then. Just like render function is having bug. So I less than whatever this is, and then you have a current component, and you do all this shit, and you add this. The problem is you add only once. The pain. Okay. So we have to add this to the current component was body. I think I know why is this happening. Yeah. So yeah. So let's say this is the final res. The problem is it could be, yeah, it could be multiple, there could be multiple addition to this. So whatever you're doing over here, we should be actually doing res whatever plus equal to slash n. Yeah, we could do like this. Yeah, and then the rest should be this. It should be let, and then we can return the rest over here, which makes way much more sense. Yeah, this is having two divs, so I think this was the issue. Yeah, we have fixed the bug, and probably it should work now. Let's see. uh we should be able to add two text now. So if I add one and if I add two, success, success, success. You can add as many as you want now, and this will be all a valid thing. But one more stuff which is wrong is the final return which it gives. This could have like that HTML stuff which we imagined. So this could have and doc type whatever HTML and then HTML and then whatever head and then title and then it could have like some title and then head and then and body. Oh wait, body is not required. So instead of body, this will be res because yeah, and then whatever slash HTML. There you go. Kind of work. Yeah. So we would do this. It's completely angry with me. It doesn't let me do that. Again, we'll have to go to the debug mode. It's because hold on. It's giving again and again and again, which is because children is yeah, makes sense. I think we'll have to do this wherever we are returning this. So this doesn't work like this. We'll have to do this like yes. Yeah. This is kind of fine right now. I can add a text. I can add a text multiple times. It works for me. Great. So in the render where we render this, so in the editor area, right, I can go over here and instead of doing this, I can actually control the title right now. Could you share the VS Code configs? Like, do you want all of them? Do you want me to copy paste and give you the configs? How do you want? Okay. So now what we can do is we can say HTML and give it title, whatever. Like head and then title and then there's some title and then we can go and we can say title and then we can go and say head and then in the body instead of body it will be the HTML which is returned. So I guess we can do this HTML and then slash HTML slash HTML settings.json file. Okay, sure, I'll give you this. Where can I get sync? How do you get your settings.json file? Over here, copy paste. Where do you want? Can I write all of these over here? I don't think so. No, I cannot. There's a limit to the message. I'll just share this on my Discord. Okay, if you are on the Discord, go have it. I mean, go and see it, not have it. Discord. Announcement welcome off topic. My VS Code config. How can I say shift down? Yeah, sorry, dude. What anyone interested? Interested. Yeah, there you go. So, bro, I'll just share the Discord invite link, and you can join that, and you can go to this channel called Off Topic. Oh, you are already on Discord. That's great. Go to the Off Topic, and there you can find my whatever. Uh, yeah. Okay. So now the next thing what we have to work on is we need the ability to add different kinds of elements, right? So let's try to do that. And then we'll think about the properties, then we'll think about a hell lot of stuff. So, yeah. So we don't need this label thing. We don't care about that. We don't care about any of these things. Any of these things. Yeah, cool. So now all of these is working. Great. Now the next thing what we need to do is we need to be able to add other stuff as well, like images and all this stuff. So images. Hmm. Let's go to the card and I think I can from that same library which we created right now, which is the VDOM, we could create one more file inside this, which is components. So this will handle all the components which is going to be added and its properties, right? So yeah, so it could be anything, absolutely. It's 2.3 hours. Okay, interesting. If you start from now, could you share what and how would you learn to reach the level where you are right now? Is if you start from now, could you share how much time? Oh, if I start from now, how much time would it take? Do you want the shortest time or the longest time? I mean, both of them. The shortest time, I think, for learning Node.js, it would take around 2 years, bro, approximately. Like that's all the experience, or 2.5 years. That's all the experience which I have approximately. So, yeah, if you could, if you could do that, it's it's how it is. By the way, this entire stream, like this entire website building stuff, we are gonna go do in parts. So don't expect everything to be done once because we are doing this in a quite a quite a way. Like we're gonna do it in a quite a good way, right? I'm very excited. We wrote our own HTML parser. I mean, you can get the HTML of whatever stuff which is over here, right? The next thing is we have to make the property handler and we have to make the, I think that's all. We have to make the property handler. The problem is every element which you have has a different kind of property, right? So yeah, I think I'll be creating a subset of something like this. So if I go to something like this one, you'll see that for a particular element, if I go to that whatever like this over here, right? You'll see this column, two column, three column, four column, text, link, image, video, map. So this is how I would like to have. So this I would like to have like a, what do you say? I would like to have these kind of components which you can directly add rather than adding all the individual HTML div and all those things. That will help you to build the website way much more faster. Could you share the roadmap if you start from beginning? You want a roadmap? Hmm, that's not going to be very short. You want a roadmap? Okay, let's see. If okay, so let's get rid of all of these. You want a roadmap? Okay, so let's try to create a roadmap just by saying or post on. No, I'll just try to create a roadmap. Okay. See how I see things. Okay. First, like I'm not saying get my perspective, but I would say If you would think like this, it would be very, very helpful and you will learn very fast. So there's something called problem oriented thinking. Okay. I'm not giving you lectures or anything. Neither am I expert of anything, but this is just what I do. Okay. So, which is what is problem oriented thinking is like, for example, you want to create something. I want to create a website editor, right? Now, because see, there's someone fighting outside my house. So I'm like, I was just distracted by that. Okay. Okay. So the problem, what is problem oriented thinking is because is basically you need to you need to start with a problem, like start with a problem, right? For example, right now, my problem is to design a website builder, right? Now, once you have a problem, then you can start researching on how to solve it. So anything like just one simple logic. The roadmap is pretty simple. That's fine. We all here. Bro, someone is fighting, bro. What can I do? It's all distracting. I'm getting distracted. That's fine. We are all here. Problem solving approaches must. Yeah, that's true. So what I would say is, see, I never went and like, okay, let's learn React, or let's learn React router DOM, or let's learn this, like let's learn TypeScript. There was some problem which I was required to solve, and I used that technology to solve the problem, and that teaches you 10 times better than you actually sit and like, okay, let's learn this shit and let's see how am I gonna like solve the like how like let's see how does this work. For example, I'll give you an example. There's a technology called Kafka, right? There's a technology called Kafka. A lot of you guys must, like, I don't know, you guys will be knowing or not. So this is there's an event streaming service. So what it is basically used for is, you have multiple microservices. For example, this is used for like transmitting messages between them, so that you have the mostly it is used for state synchronization. You have the same state across various microservices. There is no way you can sit and start learning Kafka. This Kafka itself is so large in it itself, unless you could never understand all of its use cases just by not creating anything, just by reading. You just open the documentation and let's start reading. So just the roadmap will be, first pick a problem, okay, create a GitHub repo and start contributing to your own repo every day. Pretty simple. Yeah, solve. Lisa knows the trick. Okay, so solve a damn problem, bro. You will learn. And no matter how hard problem, I'll tell you a very funny thing, right? Even right now at my work, when I work, I get a lot of things which I have never seen. Quite literally, what I'm making right now. Uh, do you think this, whatever I have written over here, VDOM, do you think anywhere you learn what is like how to create your own DOM management system? Nothing, right? This was just a problem, and eventually I worked through this like part by part. Like okay, how to do that? How to do that? This is not working. How to add that? How to add that? And then you have a Google, right? Go for it. I'm learning front end development, and I was JavaScript. I was in JavaScript initially at the initial stage. Cannot even focus on JavaScript. What should I do? You cannot focus on JavaScript. I'm learning front end development. I was in JavaScript at initial state. Don't focus on JavaScript. Bro, you can't even focus on JavaScript. Hmm. I think there's one problem which happens. I think a lot of you will be agreeing. You pick a problem, you start, you try to solve it, but nothing comes in the head. What should I do next? How many of you face this? Like you're blank, like, what the hell? Where am I? How should I start? Does this happen with all of you guys? Like it happens quite often with me, like, right? I mean, so how to handle this, right? Exactly. How to handle this? This is a very frequent problem, right? Okay, I want to create like whatever, like you pick the greatest problem in the world. For example, you want to solve self-driving cars, right? like geohods, and you just sit and you're like, okay, what the fuck should I do now? The first answer is, the first thing is, if you're a beginner, right? If you're starting with something, pick up pick a problem of your caliber, I'll say. For example, if like if you're a beginner, pick a beginner sort of problem. For example, if you've never touched HTML before, pick a UI based project. So I want to create a, where to find this problems project. Okay, bro, very simple. Whatever you use in your daily life is your project. Do you use Discord? If you want to learn the HTML, the UI of Discord could be the way to go. If you want to learn, I mean, by HTML I mean HTML and CSS both, right? If you want to run Tailwind, again, the UI of Discord, Instagram could be one of them. I'll just show you. Okay, I'll just show you how did, if you want any reference, right? I'll just go to youtube.com. I'll just search my YouTube channel. Some stupid suggestions. I think technologies, Instagram. That's what I did. You'll see, right? This, see. Add. Let's see that. Okay. So hello. What I'm saying is, this is me. I look stupid in this, I know, but I literally created this entire whatever, like this 51 minute video. I just cloned the Instagram page, and now actually I think I'm quite good at Tailwind CSS and CSS and HTML in general. So see, this is the project, right? You don't need to go anywhere. You have all the, you work with 100 apps every day. Pick any one of them. Pick a subset which you want to learn. So if you want to learn backend, think of like, how can I implement the backend of Instagram? If you want to learn front end, use Brave, bro. Indrajit, Inderjot Singh. Use Brave, bro. White. Oh, the ad thing. The ad thing. It's. I'll tell you a reason. Okay. I don't get ads. I have YouTube Premium. It is. I'm like, I'm on the guest actually. So that's the reason I don't get ads. And why do why do I use Chrome? Because when I do development, this is Indrajit for you. When I do development, I want to be as much realistic to a normal browser, because a Brave kind of like interferes with a lot of a lot of the content on your website, and I don't want that. Like, I just don't want that. In my development, I want to be exactly like pure Chrome, nothing else, because 95% of the browsers are Chrome, right? Yeah, Lisa, that's one of the plans. And any other questions? I'm free to, like, this is like, let's do the question answering. We'll continue. We might continue this maybe from tomorrow. I'll have to do some R&D on like how am I gonna handle the property. I use both. Or you use both. You use Chrome and Brave. You know, Brave is also Chrome. Both are based on Chromium. That's the base. So it doesn't matter. The only thing matters is like you don't get ads and all. They pre-install all those stuff. Yeah. You know, once I was actually researching on how browsers work. It's quite fascinating. Browsers are some of the most complicated softwares available out there. Like, if you guys know, like like yeah, like, if if you don't trust me, go and look at some Chromium like source code. If I just love Chromium GitHub. So this is the official mirror. I mean, they don't use GitHub. Chromium doesn't use GitHub, but this is the official mirror. I would like you to have a look at this. This shit is insane, bro. Like yeah. One of my friend is a contributor at Chromium. He contributes at Chromium, but and actually he shown me the code base and how does it work and all. Making a web browser is so damn hard. Nobody could replicate what Chrome did. No company. Like, Microsoft tried, they failed. Only one company is there, I think Apple, which has Safari, which uses, I think, something like WebKit, and Firefox, I think, up to some extent. That's the plan. Who was asking? Who was asking? Uh, I'm sorry, Shivaratri. Yeah, that's is overwhelming. Developing a browser on your own would be a task for sure. But Lisa, this is very interesting. I actually Conceptually, a browser is very easy. Conceptually, I'm asking, but actually, what they implement is very complex. A browser is very simple. What they do is, browser has only one task, which is take the HTML, render it on a UI, take and running the JavaScript is the complex part, right? Right. This is the complex part, but like this is what it does at the higher level. But now think about the DNS, right? Think about DNS request, implementing a TCP for that, implementing HTTP for that. I think like there are like 3 4 more protocols which you have to implement from scratch. Developing a browser on your own would be a task for sure. Would be almost a for an individual, it's almost impossible. Like developing something good, decent, which people can use. Don't attempt to create two things, which is, and unfortunately, I have attempted one of them, which is one is creating an operating system, and other is creating a web browser. Both is very, very complex. Funny enough, I'll tell you a funny story, right? Which happened with me actually. There was once I actually was very fascinated with like developing operating systems for real, right? For real. I I I actually developed my own operating system. I'll just tell you, I was, and this is the reason the name of my channel is I Think Technologies, because I was following a channel called I Know Brains. I don't know the channel even exists or not. It does not, which is very creative. Yeah, this is the channel. Okay. Stop. Shut your mouth. Okay. Okay, so this was the YouTube channel. It was known I know. That's why my channel name is I Think Technologies. So I was so obsessed by this channel. I have watched all the videos at least 2 3 times, and I actually created. I followed this 10 video series to create my own operating system. It was not a very good one. It was a CMD based. Like it was a command. Like there's two kinds of operating system. One you have a graphic where you have graphics, and one is command line based. I created the command line based because and I did this when I was at class I think sixth or seventh, I guess. Yeah. So that was kind of interesting. Uh, yeah. Developing a web browser, never tried that one. That's more that's something which I would do right now. You guys have some crazy idea, like what could we do? We wrote sort of our own compiler over here. What do you want? What like, this is interesting, right? Look at the code, right? We sort of wrote our own compiler. Interesting. Yeah, Nikhil. I would whenever I push this code, I would like all of you to look at this. This is quite interesting. Contribute to this. This is also. Do you guys know about the pixel art project which I created? I hold on. Let's see. I actually was going to create a better version of that, but yeah, this one. You have been doing this for such a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time. I developed this project where I created like a pixel art, whatever, pixel art social media site. This was also like, I think some of you were there. So you can sign up. I'll just try to sign up right now. Let's see how does it behave. So this was created by me. Uh, I've heard of this one, a compiler of you, but again complex. Interesting. Yep, I was there. See, Nikhil was there. Let's have an art competition. Let's see who creates. I'll just share the link. Okay, all of you guys, I would love to see like you guys go and like just create something. I just want to see all of you guys like what do you create. Okay, go over here. I would say create a new post, create a new post, and now you can create anything like this. So you can select a pen and you can select a color and you can create anything. So let's create something interesting. So this is I would create a computer probably. So yeah, computer like this, and then the computer has some trees and all, very interesting trees. See, the few things might break, so don't panic if that happens. Okay, and then let's create a sun probably. Wait, yeah, whatever. That's how it is. And let's create a table with on which this will be there. So this is my table. That's a table. Yeah. And then I can create a room, I guess. So this is my room. Yeah. Yeah. There could be a window behind this, but let's leave it. And this is my, let's say this is my room, whatever. Yeah, I can erase this. Interesting. Let's post this. So how do you post this is very simple. So you just go over here on this button, right? It doesn't work on mobile. I'm sorry. I haven't optimized this for a mobile, so it doesn't work. Then I can say this is this is my computer setup, right? And then I'll just share it. There you go. The shared. Let's go back to the home page. What a stupid design. I cannot go back directly to my home page. Yeah, there you go. We have this is my computer setup, and you can even comment on this. And comments are so stupid. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, so this is cool. You guys could comment on my post, I guess. This is cool. Okay, so if you guys want to post something, I'll see that. And if you are creating something, let me know. Okay. So yeah, I created this one of the projects. Yeah. If anybody have any question, feel free to ask. Please feel free to ask questions. Questions are always great. So I think I should change the title of this to writing my own HTML compiler, HTML. Yeah. I will. Oh, you're creating something. Okay, that's great. Let's see, what do you guys create? This was one of the very interesting posts. What is your VS Code theme? Chintanya, whatever. Like, you asking? Okay, my theme is what is my theme? Why do I forget every time? I think like a lot of people have asked me. Dark Magic Tokyo. That's my theme. Dark Magic Tokyo. So that's my theme. Dark Magic Tokyo. Yeah. If you guys are creating something, please let me know. Okay. I'll just verify. Can I like this? I think like feature I haven't implemented. Oh, there's something. It's Jaya Krishna. Uh, who is this? If someone wants to identify as this person, please say this is me. Quite good. It looks, I don't know, this is a volcano or actually a sunrise, but it's something in between and looks good, right? I'll just comment. This is kind of good. I don't know, it's a volcano or a sunrise. Oh, that's you. Hey, hi. So, uh, that's great. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's great. That's amazing, I guess. Yeah. The most stupid one is mine. I think I could have done a better job. Let's refresh. Let's see. Anybody else? No, this is what it is. I love pixelated art. You love pixelated art? Good. Then create something, Lisa. Go for it. And then we'll see your art as well. If you want the source code of this, I have pushed the source code. I'll just if you want to contribute, okay, feel free to contribute. If you want to add some new code, I'll be sharing the GitHub link. Create your PR, which is pull requests, and I'll merge them. So this pixel art creator, create your pull request. I would love to have few features froze when I erased. Bro, this is, don't rely, don't erase. I'll say give a refresh or do something else because this thing is super broken. You can click again on the pencil, I guess. So for you, ISH, click on the pencil again, and I think it should start working. I guess. Please let me know. It's super broken. Let's see what other people creates. Come on, let's see. Let's see. I was thinking about creating something like Excalibra. Excalibra, this will be interesting. Excalibra is a good idea. Of course, we will try that on live stream someday. That doesn't seem very difficult. Me being a canvas freak, I love canvases. I have a lot of videos on canvas. Like, uh, I guess who's there on this channel from a long time would know. Yeah. Is anyone someone else is creating something? Someone creating something? I cannot see any new posts so far. Should I be waiting? Should I be not waiting? I'm not sure. Oh, Chaitanya is here. Oh, we'll say hi. We'll say hi over here as well. We're growing on the Discord, I guess. How many? We have 38 members on Discord. That's insane. We have 38 members. The problem is I don't know how to manage a Discord server. I'll have to learn. I'll have to look what other creators are doing with their Discord channel and what all things I could do. I think I could share all the resources. Yeah, one sec. Okay. This is 4 seconds. Can I like this? I think liking doesn't work. If anybody could implement this like feature, that would be incredible. That would be amazing. Please do that if you could. It's a very simple setup. It's MongoDB and whatever. Like, yeah, it's a MongoDB and Next.js project. The source code of this is quite interesting. So if you go to this, what do you say? By the way, a fun fact: you can go to on GitHub and you can click period, and that will convert your GitHub to where's the Discord link. You don't know where's the Discord link? Okay, I'll just share my Discord link to you as well, bro. Where's that? Go here, invite people. I just take copy, go over here, paste it. There you go. Okay. Oh, done. Oh, you posted something. Let's see. I should have I should have implemented something to go back. Rewrite it in Rust. Okay. Do you want me to rewrite this like at the backend in Rust or like WebAssembly shit? Do you want this to be WebAssembly stuff? Not like done. Is anyone else creating something? Just say yes. I'll be waiting. Otherwise, we'll move on. Okay, I just want to show you the source code. It's not the best. Don't keep a higher expectation, but I'll just show you. Okay. So in the app we have editor page. There you go. It uses a lot of canvas. Yeah. I don't know. The main thing is get pixel coordinate from event. It maintains some like 10 offset of the pixel. You can look at the code. It's interesting. And all of you guys who would like to implement anything in this, please create a PR. Hello Vandit, what's up? How are you? Long time, bro. Where you have been? I think I was live. What like on Friday or something? I don't know. Yesterday I wasn't feeling good, bro. Sunday I started the stream, then I ended the stream. Wasn't feeling like it. Yeah, it's kind of good. Has anyone else created something? No, I guess that's pretty much it. Nobody's creating anything else. It's interesting. Great. We had few interesting things. Great. So we'll be wrapping up the stream right now. So all of you guys who have watched, thanks a lot for watching the stream. And aren't you busy? Finding job. Are, uh, I've been busy, finding job. Oh, you were finding jobs. Get a referral from JP Morgan. Oh, bro, you made it. So how like is the interview scheduled? Is the interview scheduled for you? That's the question I want to ask you. Yeah. So bye everyone, and yeah, that's pretty much all. We'll be continuing the stream. Don't worry. I'll have to do few R&D for this particular stuff to fully work. Also, I'll be writing some of the code offline, but I'll give you an overview once we come back online tomorrow. So if you're following along, don't worry. I'll get you covered. Okay, thank you everyone. So bye bye and have a great day. And Mandu, you have your interviews in 2 weeks. So congratulations. And first of all the best for your interview. Wish you luck. Goodbye. Bye.